All right, in this film session, we'll be taking a look at Jacksonville Jaguars' sensational rookie rusher, James Robinson. James Robinson was an undrafted free agent out of Illinois State, and we are trying to figure out for the life of us in fantasy football, as fans of the Jacksonville Jaguars, is this kid for real? Is he the long-term answer, or could he be the long-term answer at running back? And a lot of the questions surrounding James Robinson have to do with the fact that he was an undrafted free agent playing on a team who's probably going to see coaching turnover. According to PlayerProfiler.com, he did not have the greatest combine, the greatest workout metrics. All he did do in college was be a mega producer. Over 1,290 yards rushing on the ground as a junior, following that up with almost 1,900 rushing yards on the ground in his final season, catching the ball out of the backfield. Did very well at the East-West Shrine game. James Robinson has been nothing short of sensational in his rookie season, being one of the top rushers in the league, one of the top receiving running backs in the league, and the number 2 fantasy scorer behind New Orleans Saints All-Pro rusher Alvin Kamara. So we'll take a look at some of his clips, talk about what he does well, and if this guy is for real long-term or not. Now, versus the Los Angeles Chargers, what I love about this play is the physicality, right? You see the yards created after contact, and there's some little things that he did at the beginning of this play too, which should have us very, very excited. There's a little bit of a dead leg that he does to create just a little bit of patience and space right there as he plows through defenders, breaking arm tackles and picking up yards down the field. It's these little things that I really like about his game. And at his size at 5'9", 220 pounds, he's shedding off arm tackles. He's running through that stuff. You've got to bring everything you've got when you're trying to tackle James Robinson. And you'll see right here, boom, initial contact right there. He just uses the right arm, shrugs this guy off, boom, runs over the safety. Look at his head crunched up like that, and he's still going. More contact, he's going to avoid that and then pick up yards down the field. He is a load. And one more time, you can see it in slow motion really how much he does after he gets his hand off. Nice little delay and hesitation there, shaking off the contact, bowling over a defender, carrying another guy down the field. And this is what James Robinson is able to consistently do game in and game out, undrafted free agent or not. You see it. And here's the dead leg from that sky view. You see right there, slows down just enough, playing with that pace. Once he sees the hole, explodes through the hole, and then he does the rest with that physicality and downhill running style and power. You know, you're not going to confuse him for like a LaShawn McCoy type running back, a CEH. He's a powerful downhill runner, but he's got the footwork, the agility, and the vision, and he's got the burst to do stuff like this. He avoids the initial push by the defensive line. Joey Bosa is going to knock the incoming tight end down that motions into the line of scrimmage to help block. Bosa is going to knock him back, but Robinson, the quick feet, the lateral quickness, and the agility to not only avoid Joey Bosa, but to spin off of the defensive back coming in to make it the tackle. That's just a great feel for the game right there. The sidestep, already rolling his shoulders, rolling his body to avoid that tackle, and then bursting to pick up the first down and initial yards after contact once again. You'll see it right here. Get the ball penetration by Bosa. Watch the feet, lateral quickness. Right here, he's already bracing for the spin, setting up his next move. Gets off of that defensive back's tackle, and then picking up yards down the field. First down run by James Robinson. Just an outstanding play by the young man. One more time, sky view, feet, agility, and then burst, 50, 45, all the way down to the 40-yard line. Great run. Right here, you're going to see him one more time utilize some of that speed. Even though he's 220 pounds, didn't run a great 40-yard dash time. I mean, once he gets to the open field, he's got more than enough burst to make plays down the field. He's never going to be this Travis Etienne type player who's taking 90-yard runs to the house with tremendous speed. But the burst here, right? And the patience to set up the block by Laviska Shenault, the power to get off of that defender right there. One more time. Bring it back. Nice little side step. Watch the patience, set up the block, and then get linear, get downfield, use that power, take the defensive back for a ride. That's embarrassing, 23. I mean, literally took him for a ride about 8 yards down the field, bursting up, showing some of that speed. Here we go, set up the block, put your foot in the ground, carry him, pick up yards down the field. Outstanding run by James Robinson, undrafted free agent or not. I'm telling you, the more I watch this kid, the more I just say he may be the real deal. Again, a lot of lateral quickness right there. It's a cutback play. The offensive linemen are down blocking. It's up to Robinson to identify the hole, find the cutback lane. There it is, using those feet, and then he gets downfield and then finishing off with power. 23 takes a little bit of a beating by him, and then 50 has to come in to help clean it up. Here you go, lineman blocking down. Use those feet, plant, and get upfield. He doesn't waste a lot of time going to the outside. He knows what his strengths are. He knows how to win. He knows what he does well, and that's what I like to see out of a running back. And James Robinson, he looks really good early this season. I know, myself included, I've been one to say that I don't know if he's the long-term answer because of the draft capital, because of what they did not invest in him. But when he's making plays like this consistently and he is leading the league in a lot of different categories, it's hard to deny how good he is. And then in the receiving game, you see that kind of athleticism right here, the ability to catch the ball in the backfield, which he did do in college. But, hurdling a defender, that's pure athleticism, and I don't care what he did at the Underwear Olympics, right? This is the NFL. Set it up, get upfield, boom. And not only does he hurdle a defender, he's avoiding contact, absorbing contact, and keeping his balance through the air. This would have been a real easy play for him to just fall down right after he's contacted. Set up the block, set up the defender, hurdle, avoid the contact right there, keep your balance, and then have the wherewithal to get down the field and pick up yards. James Robinson's a very, very good running back. Is he a top 5 talent at the position? Absolutely not. But with the opportunity, with the skill set, with the rushing ability, the vision, the power, the contact balance, James Robinson has a very good chance, if any, to become a staple in the backfield for the Jaguars, although he's an undrafted free agent. We've seen it before. With other players. It may not be the norm. He may be an outlier, and this does not mean that he's a Hall of Fame caliber player. But James Robinson has shown more than enough to solidify that job this season as a lock and potentially moving forward in 2021 and beyond. So James Robinson, I am a believer. I am buying into James Robinson as a potential long-term starter for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I hope you enjoyed this film session. We'll be back with more, talking about rookies, talking about some of our favorite and most polarizing players in the NFL. But until next time, if you enjoyed it, please subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, and if you want more exclusive access to me, patreon.com/allgas. I appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back.